Hi, my name is Aliyah, and this is my presentation on what matters to me. I've learned so much throughout this project, and I'm very excited to share with you the passions that I have and what I've learned. So I'll start off by talking about the things that I find the most interesting. One thing that I've always been passionate about and I find fascinating is the idea of traveling and experiencing new things. I think it's great to be in a place outside of your comfort zone because it really changes the perspective of how you view life and how you view others as well. It's important to interact with people of different cultures and people that live in different countries because it really, sort of enlightens you in a way. And the awesome thing about traveling is that there's so many ways to do it. It doesn't always have to be by physical transportation, but you can travel wherever your mind takes you, such as traveling through time or space, by movies, or even by reading a book. And these journeys, no matter how simple they are, can lead you to new ideas that can eventually help you figure out what you would like to do in the future. For example, my grandma, she gave me a book titled The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. And as soon as I started reading it, I automatically caught this interest, and it made me think about going into a field of being in medicine. It really inspired me, and I wanted to be like the scientists I read in the book and experience the things that they did. And this leads me to my next topic of interest, genetics. And I find genetics fascinating because it's such a complicated system, and we can learn so much from it. You can mess up one simple DNA coding in the strand, and it can completely alter the way the human body works and the way we function, such as the way we perceive things or the way our brain works. And it's really cool because these genes are transferred through generation after generation, and it sort of defines who you are, I guess. And so that's really fascinating to me. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that cancer stem cells actually have the ability to repair? I first found out about this year, and I was really excited because, first of all, when I hear cancer, I think of something negative or something I should be worried about. It brings sadness to me. But really what it is something quite beautiful, and these cells have the ability to transform into any organ tissue it needs to repair something that's damaged. The only problem is that it replicates so fast that it becomes harmful instead of beneficial. So what we're trying to do is find a factor that can control the rate of growth to benefit us instead of harm us. And I think this is good to know not only in the medical field, but in any and everything that we do, because it just goes to prove that with anything that seems to be negative, there's always something good that can come out of it. Just for example, people with disability or people with disorders, they go through so much, and I really look up to them. They inspire me. And I think about myself, like if I were diagnosed with that, I would probably be doubting my potential. But what I've learned is that a lot of people with disabilities, they actually like their disability, and it allows them to express themselves in a different way, better than the average person. For example, Nick Vujicic. He is a world-renowned speaker, and he inspires people all around the world. And he uses his story of disability for the good. And then there's Stella Young, who taught us that disability is not an exception and that they can do anything that we can do. And this is just living proof that with hard work, anything is possible. And the one thing that I truly believe wholeheartedly is that all of the dreams and the desires that we have now, they aren't just a coincidence. There's always a purpose behind them. And it's our decision whether or not we put those dreams into action or we let them go to waste. And whenever you have a new idea, you shouldn't just blow it out of the water. You should take it and run with it as fast as you can, because you never know where those ideas could lead you in the near future. And I feel like that's basically what this whole project was about, was to find out what we're passionate in and use it, and find out what we're interested in to help us succeed in the future and help us find out what we would like to do. So I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to do this. I've learned so much from it, and this is my story and what matters to me.